before we get into talking about ourselves specifically, um, I wanna bring up because I don't know if you heard it, but the new Attack Attack single came out today.
Okay, so I looked for it to try and do for music news and reviews. If you can find a link for me to like, I want to do a review
Yeah,
on that
I'll
on
get it.
Monday.
I'll
I
get it.
literally don't know. We're recording this on Sunday. It'll be so if you're listening to this, if Nick can actually find a link for me at current
I've already
Pierce
found a
time,
link.
then cause okay, I looked for one and they just said that I looked on their page. They just said it was debuting on XM, and then I just found some dude doing a drum cover of it. And I was like, okay, that's not the song. And then I just saw all the teasers. Like I looked
No,
on
no, no.
YouTube, I looked
It's
everywhere.
it's it's out there. I'll get it to you.
Is it on? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Just yeah, link me to it
Yeah.
whenever.
Um, I won't say a ton then because you haven't heard it, and I don't want to like influence your opinion at all.
Yeah, I mean,
But
dude, you're not. Yeah, it's fine.
it's not anything special. Um,
Yeah, I've
you can
heard.
it's very obvious the lack of influence from Shomo or Johnny Frank. It's not the 2010 Crabcore that they claimed or promised it would be. It's a song. I don't know. I'm
It's
kind of hoping
it's the first
that
metalcore cash grab.
yeah. I'm kind of hoping that they just made a bad choice in like first single and that like whatever else they put out will be more like 2010
No,
Crabcore.
this is
I doubt
the
it, but
equivalent.
I'm hopeful.
This comeback is the equivalent of movies when they're like, "Hey, we're doing a sequel movies, but the main people that were doing this are like the dads and the mom and dad, and they're in this movie for like 2 minutes, and it's really just the kids doing the same thing, but it's the same title, so people will watch." It's like, except there's no mom and dad in this. It's just like, here are the people that like, and people. That's literally like we have a drummer in it, haha. It's literally like that, but in metalcore, which I never thought I would ever see. I
I
think
mean,
that they
yeah,
just saw
no,
all
to
the
be
people that
fair,
they saw all the people that wanted Attack Attack to come back, but like this
they
isn't.
missed the point of it.
I mean, honestly, if your goal was to have a cash grab, then I
Then you
feel like
got
you
it, I guess.
potentially I feel like you potentially succeeded. But like who's actually going to come out to the shit cuz they're not going to make that much money off of streaming. They're really not. Like
No.
they're going to get money off of like merch, and they're going to get money off of whatever. I think the only way they're going to make money is if they drop new merch that looks like old merch, and that's really the only way. Like if they put out like a 2008 style Attack Attack shirt like soon,
Yeah.
or they probably already have. I don't know. I saw their new logo and it looks modern, and I think they missed the mark on that, dude. Like
Yeah, no, they definitely
they
shouldn't have
should have
changed the logo. They
done
should have
it.
just like they should have stayed with the old one.
Or if they make it, or if they made an old one, make it like that font that was on every T-shirt. Like, remember when every band ever had a they had the merch design with like the dinosaur on it, and it was
Of
all like
course.
very like over the like. I love band merch like that. Like I own an Attack Attack shirt from like 2008, or it was a print that was made then. I got it like 3 or 4 years ago, but I bought it because of how cool it is. And I have like a Bring Me the Horizon one. It's the alligator blood T-shirt. I love
Mhm.
stuff like that because it's so like fun. And I don't know. If they were gonna do it, they should have just like gone full out and like if they're gonna cash grab, you should do what people want. If you're gonna cash grab, then and not do what people want, then you're failing on the whole concept of the cash grab. They I think they just thought the name was enough, but it's not. That's my hot
Yeah.
take.
No, no, I agree. Um, it's weird. Like
Yeah.
they had a cool idea. They got a bunch of people excited.
Oh, did you just send me the link?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Um, they got a bunch of people excited, but it's like right below where it should be. Anyway,
That's upsetting.
uh, anyway, let's
Oh, I have one last Attack Attack comment, really quick. Really, really quick. It has nothing to do with cash grabs. It has to do with like the old Attack Attack and time referring.
Okay.
So there's this general rule with alternative music that stuff that everyone hates when it first comes out becomes massive like 5 to 10 years later and like ultimately respected because it influences everything else.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's quicker than that. Like everybody dogged on Ronnie Radke for rapping in his fucking song Alone. Is the rapping good? Not particularly. But name me metalcore bands that don't rap anymore. You know what I mean? Like every band does that shit now. Like I know there's definitely going to be some exceptions to the rule. Okay, I'm not going to say every band, but like lots of bands do it. And he got dogged on for it. And kids loved it. But the adults didn't. They're like, oh, this is bad. And even I was like 16 and was like, man, this is bad. But like, I don't know. That's just because I was dumb. And then now they put out a song with rapping in it. And Falling in Reverse is a praised band. They went #1 on the rock charts for their song Popular Monster, and it has rapping in it, and it's, you know, and I know rap and rock isn't like a new thing, but like rap and metalcore was a new thing, like a new metalcore, that was like a new thing, and when they put out the Alone song. But that's what I'm getting at, like Attack Attack, when they first came out, we all remember the reaction that people were giving Attack Attack, you know. And now they're praised because so many bands have used their formula, or like they created something, you know, that like or revolutionized something that other people didn't do. Like the same places that used to shit on Attack Attack are now making articles that say like 10 reasons why Attack Attack changed the game when they used to like dog on them. And now the fucking like 28, 29-year-old dudes, or we'll say like 25 to like 30, right? Those dudes, they that grew up listening to Attack Attack like when they were kids, now they praise Attack Attack and they hate on everything new that's coming out. And it's just a never-ending cycle. But it's Attack Attack now that they're coming back and everybody got really excited, even if it was like a cash grab. That's just more proof that everyone that used to hate it, like people in that age range that were 25 to 30, they hated Attack Attack. And now people that are 25 to 30 that grew up with it when they were kids, they loved it. And Attack Attack is generally praised by everyone. But when an emo rapper gets signed to Hopeless Records, they get shit on. And the same people that like Attack Attack, that like, dude, they were a band that had synth breakdowns. Like when you talk to like a Metallica fan, I was like, oh yeah, I like metal. And then they hear like some fucking like rave music in the middle of a metal song with auto-tune and shit. And they're like, oh yeah, like the kids are like, oh yeah, this is cool. But you know, those metal dudes are like not into it. Or an even better example, Bring Me the Horizon, when they put out their deathcore stuff, they were shit on just because of how they looked and just because of their fan base, because they had merch that said like, I got drunk with Bring Me the Horizon, and it had like dinosaurs on it, and it was like pink and yellow and shit and like blue, but their music was still fucking heavy, and the people that liked the heavy music didn't like them just because of their image. And now they're praised, and people say they want to go back to their old stuff, when in reality they didn't like their old stuff when it came out. So it's like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I hate that these people that used to be into the synth breakdowns and stuff and like all the rave music and the auto-tune and all that shit, now they're like, rap music can't be in metal, can't be in alternative music with emo rap and whatever else, when like the same shit was going on when they were kids with like the synth breakdown. Like you're becoming the enemy.
Allowed to have brains.
You
or
like
mouths.
You
like,
guys
have brains, but just take their
like,
mouths away.
Except that it isn't made for you. Like emo rap music is not made for like 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's made for kids, and it's getting kids involved. And these dudes are sampling bands that you listened to. But these kids now, like, it's a new thing for kids to hate bands. Like, I've heard this, like kids that listen to like Youngblood that are like 12 and like between like 12 to 14 or like 15. They're like, I hate bands because they go to like Youngblood's label and they look at, Youngblood gets signed to, whatever label, or like we'll say Lil Lotus gets signed to like Hopeless Records. Everyone looks in the comments and they're like, this isn't good. I liked the bands that I listened to. And so these kids say they hate bands just because people that like bands shit on their favorite artist. And like, I don't know. But then these artists will like use bands samples and shit to like,
Yeah.
It's getting kids involved in alternative music and culture, whether we like it or not, like whether you like the music or not. So like, just accept that it isn't made for you and move on. Just how the Metallica fans should have known that Attack Attack wasn't made for them. And just like how everyone should know that the punk elitists that like Minor Threat, they should know that Blink-182 wasn't for them. Because Blink-182, again, at that time, was that band. Anyway, I'm done talking about this. That went on for way too long. It's just, I
No, it's
I
okay.
think about this all the time.